episode, Solo But Together, episode number 13. It is Tuesday, May the 3rd. Bean is having a little... Bean, stop licking. It's rude. You're on TV. Okay? Alright. She needs to just go to sleep. Bean and Rose are here with me today. So this is going to be a quick little episode for me on my end. I'm just on my lunch break. It's Tuesday, so Sean and I just went to Skipper Jack's for Taco Tuesdays, and now I just scooted home quickly to have a cup of tea and record my portion of the podcast and see the pups. So here we are. Welcome. Thank you for coming back. Thanks for checking us out if you're new. I'm not wearing anything woolly today, but I am knitting. And I'm wearing my glasses. That's weird. I'll take those off the next segment. Bean, stop. I will have to remove you. People don't like that noise. I don't like it. Anyways, that's my intro. It's pretty good, right? My setup is a little bit better than last time. I have my bags here. Look at that. Pretty. Got a candle going over there. And I did have 2 Boston Terriers on display. The other one's here somewhere. Anyhow, happy Tuesday. So glad to be hanging out with you guys right now.
Hi, friends and woolies, and welcome to episode 13 of the Wool Gathering podcast. My name is Meredith, and I'm one half of the podcast. Today, I'm recording from the front porch of my house, and you can hear Conrad in the background. Maybe? Yeah. He's outside. There's traffic going by. There's a nice breeze coming through the window. It's just a very pleasant, lovely day out. It's very nice to be not at work. It's Sunday, May 1st, and I just have a little short episode for you, I think. I don't know how much Natasha's gonna talk. Hopefully she'll have lots to say and make it a good long episode for everyone. So for my hellos, my name, like I said, is Meredith, and on Ravelry and Instagram, you can find me as Meroshop, Meroshop, and I post a lot of things on Instagram, a lot of things on Ravelry, and I like to ask a lot of questions of you guys on Instagram, so please add me as a friend on Ravelry and join me or follow me on Instagram. I would love it. Our group is on Ravelry, and it's called the Wool Gathering Podcast, so please join us there as well. Natasha writes amazing show notes for every episode, and so if there's things we mention here and you're not sure exactly what we said or you can't find it, go to the show notes because they definitely should be there for you, and if they're not, let us know. Alright, we do have a website as well. It's sorely neglected right now, but it's woolgatheringcollective.com. And yeah. Now, what else do I have to tell you in the intro? Not much. Happy May Day.
And FOs. I don't have any. I'm thinking about it now. I don't have any. I feel like we just recorded, but we didn't really just record. It's been a week and a half, 2 weeks. But I've done a lot of knitting. So I guess, yeah, no FOs. Sorry, guys.
I'm just going to skip right over finished objects because I don't have any. I do have a work in progress, though, which I've been talking about for a couple episodes. And I'll show you the yarn because you probably recognize that most of all. This is the Koigu yarn that I bought in Ontario last summer. Actually, I'll do it this way. It looks better. Yeah, so it's Koigu. I don't know the colorways. One is KPM and one is KPPPM. I think the one on top, the colorful, is the KPPPM. And it's a fingering weight yarn, and I am making fingering weight. Well, the pattern is called Koigu Fingerless Gloves, or Fingerless Mittens. It's upside down. And I don't have any ends woven in. Yeah, it's called the Koigu Fingerless Glove. And the pattern is by a designer called Talia Hillard, I believe is how you say her name. It's a paid for pattern. And I will reserve my judgment about the pattern until I'm done. The second mitten. Honestly though, like perfectly honestly, from one knitter to another, I think that the pattern was overpriced and that it was missing some key elements. So the pattern for this was like $6.50 American, I think, or maybe it turned out to be $6.50 Canadian with exchange. And the only reason I purchased this specific pattern is because TJ's mom and I had been in a yarn store. It's called Unit. It's in Toronto, and we tried on this exact pattern in Koigu. And she loved them, so I thought I'll get that specific pattern and make them. But if I had been searching out my own pattern, I would not have purchased that one, knowing what I know now. And when I'm done my project, I'll leave like my comments on my Ravelry page about that if you want to know the specifics of why. So, as I mentioned, today's May 1st. Mother's Day is next Sunday, a week from today, and I have this many done. Can you see it? There we go. That's the second one of the first pair, and I have TJ's mom and my mom. We'll see what happens. TJ's mom lives in Ontario, so I need to mail these, and if I'm gonna mail them, I need to do it tomorrow. So I probably should finish the second one tonight. I'll do my best. That's all I can do, right? So that's my work in progress. I've been really good. That's my only work in progress right now. I have some other things that need to get done, but I am trying to focus and do one thing at a time. So that's all the knitting that I have on the needles. Now my socks are still with Natasha. My Laurelhurst socks are still with her, and I don't know how they're doing. With her, probably great. She's probably finished them and like knit herself a pair too. But yeah, she'll have to tell us about them, maybe in her works in progress section. I don't know.
So moving right into works in progress. Look at Bean's little face. Bean, where are you? Oh, there you are. I got a giant amount done. This is in my Maple Moose Fibers camping bag by Michelle. My little moose. Rosa, I'm podcasting. You can't come up. Please sit still if you come up. So this is my 74 shawl by Sarah Stevens. I have 19 rows left, which is technically the lace edging. So I'll show you a picture. We dropped it. Maybe. I'll show you a picture. Lunch break. Lunch break disorganization. Black and white. This is the 74 shawl. So I'm just on this bottom part here. So I have, this is knit in O Loops yarn, the Superwash DK. DK or Sport? DK Superwash in the Faded Blue Jean colorway. Gorgeous. Perfect name. Absolutely perfect. Super squishy. And I have all of this done. So this is the texture section here. And then there's, it's a paid for pattern, I'm not going to tell you, but it is so squishy and beautiful. Oh, it knit up wonderfully. I'm just having a little bit of an issue right now with the,
Sorry, I keep hitting you in the face with my needles.
a little bit of an issue with the lace section. I have the right number of stitches, but something funny is happening. So it's been in timeout for a week, but it's for Mother's Day. That is this Sunday. I can't pick it up tonight. I have knit night, so I need to bring stockinette knitting. But I think tomorrow night will be dedicated to, it's 19 rows. I can finish it super quickly. I just need to take the time to really sit down, excuse me, and figure out what's going on. So that is that. I love it. It's gorgeous. She's Mamel, Sean's grandmother, is going to love it.
Okay, I love you, but this is very hard.
There you go. A sip of tea. Earl Grey is my favorite tea in the world. This is from Erin.
Thanks, Erin. Oh, and I have a snack. Always in pottery. It's a muffin.
I made black currant raspberry muffins last night. They're really healthy. Sean had a bite last night and he said, those are breakfast muffins. So he didn't finish it. He had one for breakfast. I like healthy things. I still think they're delicious. I have the sniffles also. I apologize. Oh yeah, more works in progress. Again, my Maple Mousse Fibers bag from Michelle. This yarn, I don't know if I have the tag. I do. It's a Lion brand. Aunt Mary bought this for me. It's the Cotton Candy Colorway. It's their sockies, so 438 yards, 100 grams. Wool and nylon. Finished with aloe vera. What? I didn't know that. So these are going to be a birthday present for someone. So I'm making them as long as I possibly can. So I've got this one. It'll be an afterthought. So this one is done up until the toe. So I just did 20 rows, I think, regular rib. And then I stopped and I've started the other one. So they're not exactly the same, but it doesn't bother me at all. And I'm going to use a unicorn tail that Meredith gave me for the, I think I have enough. There's 52 yards in this unicorn tail. Plenty. So I'm going to use that for the toes and heels. What? Check it. I mean, come on. Try telling me that's not a good time, because it is, and you know it. So fun. So that's been in my purse. Just worked on it a little bit. At Skipper Jack's while I was waiting for my tacos. And then, Chelsea, thank you so much for getting me on board the featherweight cardigan train, finally. Because, well, first of all, I mean, I think I waited so long to cast on because I needed to deal with the yarn, because I'm using my hand-dyed yarn that I dyed on our Merle's Girls weekend retreat. And last time Meredith and I recorded, we had been to London Wool to see Heidi, and she helped me deal with the ginormous skein, so we wound it into a football-shaped ball.
Heidi, I love you, but that was a disaster.
I started knitting with it center pull, and it just was like yarn puke, so then I was in the basement for 2 hours. Sean came down after an hour and a half and finally helped me. So I wound it on, like, I caked it up into 4 separate balls. 4 separate cakes. It's fine. Whatever. I have so much time, you guys. I wanted to try it on for you, actually. This might be awkward. Whatever. We always say, real life. It's gonna get real right now. It's so exciting to try it on though. That's the best part about knitting a sweater. Top down. Okay, Featherweight Cardigan by Hannah Fettig. This is my hand-dyed 100% merino. So it's almost lightweight. It's a very light fingering. I am absolutely loving the way it's coming, like it's knitting up the colors. Just 1 second, please. Let me get dressed. You guys. I am knitting the size medium. Featherweight. Yeah. 38.75 bust. Look at it. I haven't seen it like this before. I mean, not in a mirror. So, there's the back. I can't see, but you can see. Oh, so pretty. Look at the colors. Can you see? Oh my goodness. So I think it's going to look amazing with, so I purchased Heidi's by Hand lace weight in this lavendery dark, can it be dark and lavender? Purple colorway. So this is going to be the collar, the cuffs, and the bottom ribbing. Sean thinks it's going to be a little bit like intense, but I think it's just going to be perfect. I'm really happy with it. And I know a lot of people say that knitting lace or fingering weight garments, it can kind of turn into a slog, but I think because I've knit 3 Grace cardigans and I love stockinette purling, I feel like I'm getting faster and faster. It doesn't really bother me as much to be on a purl row anymore. And there is no shaping. I'm not doing the, I know that there's versions of it that fit you better. I forget what they called, whatever, custom fit. But I love not having to worry about, I need to knit this many inches and then start shaping the decreases, whatever, and then knit this many inches. I knit. So much fun. So I'm going away this weekend. One of my girlfriends is getting married next weekend, so her bachelorette is this weekend. We're going to Halifax, and I'm not driving, so I get to sit and knit. I was going to bring socks, but I'm like, no, I'm at the stockinette section. Knit. I want to wear this bad boy. So I feel like I'm going to knit more than one featherweight cardigan. I would really like to knit a black. I mean, that would be, or maybe just charcoal. Some sort of tonal, dark one, so it can be a black cardigan staple piece in my closet. I love it. I'm really excited to get it done. And I think that's just gonna look really good. It looks blue and blue. It's not at all. It's definitely purple. Anyways, and this is being housed in my homespun house bag from Molly. It's supposed to be my Cozy Memories bag, but my bucket is still working. And I just really love how Molly has incorporated the pockets on the inside. So, can you see them? No, it's too dark. Those are the pockets. They're there. So I have a notepad, and then I have my highlighter and pencil, because I like to carry my 2 different colors. Because I highlight and I mark all over my patterns, and then my pattern fits right in. It's perfect size. I'm loving it. I love the Grace cardigans, but I think I'm loving this because there's no stress, there's no thinking involved. It is just a breeze to knit, and it's just really fun. I dyed that yarn. That's cool. Man, you indie dyers are cool people. I would just constantly knit with my own yarn. I would. my current. Those are my whips. And I brought my Cozy Memories blanket because it was sitting in the living room, and I looked at it and I said, I miss you. So I want to be working on this. We're going to the cottage the long weekend in May, and I think that I might bring this, and just that will be exclusive knitting for that weekend. Because everyone, well, I think it's a blanket blitz that Shannon is doing. From this, I'm really sorry about the sniffling, you guys. The blanket blitz Cal that Shannon is doing from the Socksetera podcast. Everyone is working on their Cozy Memories blankets, and I want to pick this up so badly, but I also really want my cardigan. So, whips.
The puppies are sleeping. That's all they do. I wish I had their life.
This week in Enablers Anonymous. This will come out a little bit more in my section about here and now, but TJ and I were in Holton, Maine last weekend, and we went to a cute little crafting and quilting store. I'll put the name of it right here, but it is in Holton, and he saw a hat that he liked, and he tried it on, and she had the yarn for it, thankfully, and so we picked that up, and I'm going to knit him a hat. So I had to buy the yarn, right? Of course. So, okay, those of you that know me know that, like, acrylic might be a dirty word. But it's what TJ wanted, so we bought it. I bought it. The yarn is Encore by Plymouth. I mean, it's 75% acrylic, 25% wool. So I can be 25% happy about working with it, right? And these are the colors he picked out, which coincidentally are the same colors as the sample. He knows what he likes. It's fine. So it's very soft. It's very squishy. I think it'll be a nice, quick, fun knit. Now that it's 18 degrees out and he doesn't need a hat, he wants one. When we were there, I also purchased some sock yarn. Sorry for the noise, by the way, guys. Like I said, the road is like right out here, so there's cars going back and forth. And it's not a paved road, but it's like gypsealed, so I find it's quite noisy. But anyway, trucks fly down here, and sometimes there's like four-wheelers that go, and they're really loud, so I'm sorry. Anyhow, I also bought this sock yarn. Fortissima sock. And it's really pretty. That's pretty accurate. The gray is a little bit lighter. I like it. So it's always good to have just some simple plain sock yarn in your stash. So I got those. I also picked up a D-stash from somebody, and it is New England Harrisville Designs in Shetland. It's a really nice color called Shetland Spruce, or Spruce Shetland. The funny thing is, so this yarn was in someone's D-stash, and this girl lives in Toronto, Ontario. And we calculated the price to have it sent to my house in New Brunswick, and it was, whatever, $13 maybe. And then we calculated the price to send it to Maine, another country, and it was less. So we sent it to Maine because we had to go anyway. So saved $4 or $5 there, and it's really nice, light, sheepy yarn, just 2-ply. It's really nice. So I wanted to try the Harrisville yarn. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. It's 100% pure virgin wool, 50 grams per skein. Yeah, 217 yards. So that's, I keep saying so, I'm sorry. Those are pretty much all the things that I have been trying to enable you with. I did pick up the book for the book club, The Devil in the White City. It's here. And like I said earlier, we're starting to read that today, May 1st. Enablers Anonymous, some hat yarn for TJ, and some sock yarn, and then some pure virgin wool.
Berries are so pretty. I mean, maybe it's gross, but look how pretty. Can someone dye yarn that looks like a raspberry blackcurrant muffin, please? Like the beige and the red, burgundy and purple. I don't know. I love snacks. I just had fish tacos. Not even hungry. I just wanted something sweet. And also, when you drink tea or coffee, what's better than a pastry with it? Nothing. Chocolate? Yeah. Enablers Anonymous. Look at me saying the word right the first time, Meredith. Be proud. I don't have anything. Well, I do. I ordered Leanne from Owls on Dante Etsy shop. She makes the lovely stitch markers. I don't have any right now. Her and I put in an order from Knit Pro. Oh no, we did it off Etsy for Knit Pro Zings. Cause I mean, so I mentioned I'm going through this weird sock DPN needle thing. I'm just trying to find my needle, and I know I had talked about how I was not loving the carbons, but I love them again. I think it just tricks my brain because they're so sexy. I don't understand, but look at them, they're so sexy. What are we supposed to do? So I wanted to try the Knit Pro Zings because everyone has them now and they're beautiful. And did I already talk about them in the last podcast? I did. I had already ordered them. So we don't have them yet, but I think they were coming from Scotland. So it's fair. It's fair. And then Leanne has to ship them to me from St. John. So I am waiting for those so I can cast on my socks that will match them because they're red. So that's really all I have for enablers. So I'll show them in the next podcast when I have them. That will probably still be my only acquisition because I feel like I have a lot of yarn right now. And I don't compared to most of you. But I have a lot. Everything that I want to knit and cast on in the future, I have it. I'm good. I think it's sweet. I don't think it tastes like a breakfast muffin. It's so delicious. I love berries. Summertime food. Okay. Enablers.
Here and now. As I mentioned in Enablers Anonymous, TJ and I went to Holton last week and we had a really good time. We went to a really cute co-op place for coffee, which I shared some pictures on Instagram about that. We went to that sweet yarn store and had just an excellent time. When we were there, other than the yarn, we didn't really do that much shopping. We picked up a couple parcels and I got a couple books at a used books antique store. And at that store, there was this, I would say, well, it's a spinning wheel, but it's an electric spinning wheel and it's a homemade electric spinning wheel. Today, there was an antique fair in Fredericton, and it happens twice a year, spring and fall. The fall one was rather disappointing. There weren't a lot of vendors, and I mean, I found something to buy. I bought a Briggs & Little blanket, like a boiled wool blanket, and it was really awesome. I bought one for my friend Amy that day, too. This year, there were a lot more vendors, and I thought it was a good amount of different things to see. So I ended up purchasing a cottage craft blanket, which is right here. It's sitting right here. I'm not going to really, I suppose I can move it. It's fine. The light keeps changing. Anyhow, it's really cool. I like the colors and it's quite soft. And it's wool, but it almost looks woven. You can see. I think it's really sweet. So it's just because it's cottage craft, and I really love the story of cottage craft. Natasha and I have talked about that, I think, a couple times on the podcast. So if not, we can share some resources about that company with you if you're interested. I'm going to shuffle because the other thing I got is right here. It's a sock darner, and there's a tag on it. It says June 1981, Grandma English, Florida. And the people I bought it from had bought a lot from an auction or an estate sale, and this was in it. So, but here's the shape of it. It's so different. I've never seen anything like it before. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Have you guys seen anything like this shape before? It's a nice wood, smooth. But you can tell it's been used a lot. Let me just, yeah. Anyway, let me know if you've ever seen a sock darner like this shape before. I'd be interested to know. Yeah, so we got that today and had coffee. I picked up the book, The Devil in the White City. And other than that, what have I been doing? Yesterday was crazy. I came home from a date with my friend Stephanie, and I washed all the windows from like the big picture window. I washed it inside and out, and I like cleaned up some stuff outside, cleaned up my car a bit, and I waxed the kitchen floors. They were dull and it was driving me crazy, so I waxed those. And then sat down to knit. We had a relaxing evening at home. I know in the last episode I talked about how I started the 21-day fix, and it was going great until my knee injury kind of flared up. So that's been quite painful the last couple days. It's very hard to bend it, and there's definitely some swelling and stiffness and soreness. So my exercise plans are put on hold, so I really need to keep focusing on like good nutrition and staying on track there. TJ's been really helpful, encouraging me to like that we don't need certain treats, and it's been really good that way. So I appreciate his help. Other than that, those of you who follow me on Instagram might have seen some pictures of me and my grandmother. She is 90 years old. She turned 90 last August. And to be quite honest, she is in her final days or weeks of life. And I've been able to go see her every day at the hospital, and it's been a really interesting time of reflection for me, thinking about her life and my relationship with her. And my one regret is that I didn't go see her more when she was living in the nursing home that's in Fredericton. I just think of all the missed opportunities to chit-chat and reminisce and talk and learn about each other. So don't let that slip by. If you have grandparents near or far, write them letters, call them, go see them. It may seem like a lot of work to get away from your everyday life, but when the end of your life or their life comes, you will not regret that. So yeah, today TJ and I went to the hospital to see her, and my parents were there, so we all visited for a while, and that was fun. And it's just really, well, it's hard to be there for sure, but I couldn't imagine living so close and not being there for her. I wouldn't want her to be alone. Like Friday night, I just went over to the hospital and we just hung out. I did her nails, for goodness sake. Like, she stopped eating on Wednesday or Thursday, and now she's not opening her eyes anymore. But that day that I did her nails, she could still squeeze my hand and open her eyes and things. So that was really special to me. And I should say actually it was Thursday night, because when she was, a woman living in her own home, and Thursday nights were always the night where she would take a long bath and do her nails, so that on Friday when they went to town, she would look, tip top. So, yeah, it was Thursday night I went over and I did her nails. So, that was very meaningful for me and almost like a form of therapy, I think. And I'll always have that memory. So, yeah, that was really great.
Here and now. Well, I think most of you saw. I'm not wearing my wedding ring. We're not divorced, don't worry. I think most of you saw my fake wedding from Sunday on Instagram. So much fun. Oh, so much fun. For those of you who may not, if this is your first episode, it's a fake wedding because Shawn and I have been married for 6 years. But one of our friends is a photographer, so she was training her second shooters for the upcoming summer season. So they needed to go out and do a shoot as if it was a real wedding. So everyone came over at 1:30 to our place and did hair and makeup and took like the ring pictures and the dress pictures and all of that. And I got beautified, put my dress on, and then we went out for like a 4-hour shoot. It was a warm day, but it was cold to be in a short dress for that long. But it was such a treat to have my hair and makeup done and just feel really pretty. And I don't know, it's been that time of year, just coming out of winter where we're kind of a little sluggish and feel bleh. So it was a super awesome pick-me-up day for me to get dressed up and to feel like $1 million and to have my handsome man in a bow tie and suspenders, and it was just really, really fun. This was a great day, and then directly after that we went to my mother-in-law's because it was our nephew's birthday, so we were all dolled up. I still had my flower crown on when we got there because I couldn't take it off myself, so my sister-in-law had to do that, and that was real. So it was so heavy, and it was damp when they put it on my head because it had been in the box of flowers to be kept cool. So it wasn't the most comfortable, but it was beautiful. So that was really fun. And then, like I said, we have our best friends, Jean-Marc and Cleo, are getting married on the 14th. So Cleo's bachelorette is this weekend, and Jean-Marc's bachelor party is. So the girls are going to Halifax, the guys are staying here, and I'm really excited. It's going to be it's a classy bachelorette. Cleo, it's very Cleo, and it's just going to be such a great day. We're leaving at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, and we'll come home lunchtime Sunday. It's going to be really fun. And it's the first time that Shawn and I have been in a wedding together, like on both sides, standing with the bride and groom. So it'll be really fun to get to walk down the aisle together, and we're doing a speech together, and it is going to be a fun wedding. I am pumped. So that's what's going on. What else? We are almost done. Are we finished this season of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix? If you guys haven't watched that, do. Tina Fey produced it. It's very Tina Fey. It's hilarious. I love it. So we've been watching that every night over supper. That's here and now. That's what's up.
Lastly today is grabbing my attention. Right now I'm working on a test knit, so I can't really talk too much about that at the moment, but I'm super pumped about it, and it's also coming out in a few weeks, so stay tuned for more on that. The yarn company Knitly Road has created a exclusive wool gathering colorway. This is what it looks like, and it is going to be available for pre-order the end of May. So please keep your eyes and ears open on Ravelry, Instagram, and maybe another podcast for more information about this. You can follow my Instagram or Knitly Road's Instagram, or Natasha's, of course, for more info. It's so pretty. And I'll have some lovely goodies knit up in this soon, I promise. Sorry about that drilling. That's TJ in the other room drilling something. Are you sorry? Not even sorry. That's okay.
I just texted Meredith to tell her that I have the sniffles in my podcast and it might be annoying, but I can't help it. It'll be okay. Grabbing my attention. Knitting wise, I feel like I'm kind of behind in my podcasts. And honestly, I'm a little overwhelmed. There's a lot of them right now, and just trying to keep up with my regulars and then remember all of the new ones that I'm like, I need to check that out, is tough on my brain. So I'm just working through catching up and staying up to date with my current ones. And it's just been really, really busy lately with wedding stuff for Jean-Marc and Cleo. So my knitting time has mostly been like when we're out and about and when I'm just knitting while we're doing other things, waiting and stuff. So I'm working on those. Tonight is knit night with my local group. We have knit night every Tuesday, so I'm excited for that. I think we're going to Second Cup tonight for some decaf lattes and chit-chatting. I didn't make it last week. Or no, I think it was canceled last week. No one could go. So I'm excited to see my girls tonight. And really, that's it. Just really grabbing my attention is trying to figure out that shawl and finishing it for Mother's Day on Sunday. And and I'm really excited because I showed you guys when I first got my bag, this one, that I had purchased one for my mother-in-law as well. So I'm so excited to give that to her on Sunday. And then I have my socks for my mom, the Knit Picks Felici, and yeah, that's what's grabbing my attention. Those things.
So thank you, dear Woolies, for watching, and please join us on the Ravelry group. If you're not already a member, join. Please follow us on Instagram or befriend us on Ravelry. And if you're into reading, if you're not into reading, if you might be into reading, please join the Engage Book Club, which is, we have a forum going on Ravelry as well, in the Wool Gathering group and the Milkshed blog podcast group. Sorry, Stephanie, I always forget if it's podcast or blog. But yeah, I haven't started yet. I just bought it at Chapters today, so I'm quite looking forward to it. I should say, in Canada, if you go to a bookstore to look for this book, you may not find it in the fiction section. This book actually was in the U.S. history section at Chapters. So that was kind of fun to find. Anyhow, I'm gonna go now. It's 4:30. We're gonna barbecue some chicken for supper, probably. We did our meal prep for breakfast for the week. We did that this morning, and I know the dog's outside, so I'm gonna go get him, and I'm gonna read a chapter in my book and just have a relaxing Sunday evening before the work week starts again. So whatever you're doing and wherever you are, I hope that you're happy and that you have some happy knitting on your needles. And I can't wait to talk to you all again soon. Bye.
Last segment of the day, Woolies. So I think Meredith probably talked about these things as well. The Engage Book Club and the Knitly Road Colourway, the Wool Gathering Colourway, which will be available at the end of the month. The Knitly Road Etsy store website. Etsy store, I didn't mean to say website. It's gorgeous. Meredith has it. She showed it. She did a little mini video of that the other day. So the book club, though, I had said from the get-go, I am in a real life book club here, so we do one book a month for that, and then I'm usually reading another one for my own enjoyment. So I said, I'm not really into mystery. It's not my style, sci-fi, so I said I might read them, I might not. We'll see, depending on the title. So it just happens that the book that Meredith and Stephanie, we are co-hosting the book club with Stephanie from the Milkshed blog. The book they chose, Devil in the White City, Eric Larson, I believe. Yep. is a book that Sean has read. I think my mom, my dad, Jean-Marc read it. It's been passed to all our friends. I don't have it right now because I need to figure out who has it. Sean read it and loved it. And one of my sisters lives in Chicago, so we've been to the city several times. And so Sean just really enjoyed reading it based on the fact that he kind of knows Chicago pretty well, and it's just a really cool story. So for those of you who are participating in that, it started 3 days ago on May 1st. So grab your books and enjoy reading. I'm going to find mine wherever it is or buy a new one, and I'm going to jump on board with the book club as well. So I'm excited that that's the book that was chosen for this month. And other than that, I think again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Once in a while we need to say that to you guys. This whole thing, I can't believe we're on episode 13. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. We've been doing this in September, and it's just been really, really fun. And I don't know. It's good stuff. I love it, and it keeps me super motivated and excited about my knitting on a regular basis. And I just appreciate the community so much. So thanks, Woolies. Anyhow, I gotta get back to work. Finish my tea, take the dogs out to pee, and enjoy the rest of my Tuesday and knit night tonight. So I hope you guys are all getting a ton of knitting done, enjoying the spring or the summer for some of you out west who are already having crazy, beautiful, warm temperatures. I think it's like 10 degrees here today. Ugh, whatever. It's gonna get warmer. It's gonna be fine. So happy knitting, and we'll see you guys next time.